So something that I've been thinking about a lot lately has been scarcity mindset, and it's something that's very personal to me. And I've been working on unpacking it and deconstructing it from my life and my reality for a while now. I know it's going to take a while because if you've lived pretty much your whole life with this belief, as with anything that you need to work on, in like unlearning, it's a very long journey. And so it really wasn't until my mid 20s, I would say, that I had this, like, I experienced this cognitive dissonance, like something felt off. Everything that I thought I was, working towards, and all of, like, I'd been pouring myself and overextending and bending over backwards for all these things, experiences, and people, that, like, I felt empty afterwards. It wasn't fulfilling at all. When ironically, the fear, or like the motivator, the what do you call it? The catalyst for all of that, like those behaviors in the first place, stemmed from this fear that I would run out of whatever it is. And very extreme, very black and white thinking, but that at any given point in the future, and I can't even predict when it is, right? Any given point, I am going to lose everything. It's not even just, some of whatever it is here and there, everything. And I'm just going to be left with nothing. And so that fear in itself was obviously strong enough to push me forward. And I honestly sort of prided myself on that. The fact that I was able to push beyond what seemed like was my capacity in, like, previously. But yeah, it's something that is taking a very long time to unpack. And as you know, it's not just limited to money and tangible resources, although I do think a lot of discourse around scarcity mindset is explored in that context. Undeniably a very big part of life where it can manifest, but it also bleeds into your relationships, so romantic connections, friendships, anything, and also like how you view time. So, thinking that, oh, if I don't do, like, FOMO, for example, but FOMO in an extreme sense. And having to tick all the boxes within a certain time frame that, like, who set that standard? Probably society. So, like, social pressures, cultural pressures, capitalism, social media, like, whatever it is, right? Things that you don't necessarily identify with every single time. So yeah, and many other things, right? I think there is a duality to scarcity mindset, though, in that, okay, this is a hot take, I think it can be helpful in some ways. And just hear me out. I think it really depends on how you apply it. So being conscious of, how you can take advantage of it. Because if you, like, the opposite is abundance mindset, right? If you feel like you're always gonna have, like, unlimited of whatever, like, you're never going to feel like you lack something. Sure, I can talk about that in a different video, but people can fall into this unhealthy trap of not appreciating or not like thinking critically about what specific experiences or opportunities or people you should invest your time, energy, resources, emotions into. So I think it can motivate people, challenge people to take the right risks, right? To be vulnerable and like surround yourself with the right people. And I think when you center scarcity mindset around this idea that there is a cap on how much you can contribute, okay, to people or things that aren't you, then you're really going to think twice about how much you show up or how much you give out. Does that make sense? Yeah, so instead of centering it around external things and prioritizing quantity over quality, how do you want to spend quality time with other people? How do you want to, even just like with material goods, do you need all of, whatever articles of clothing that you've been hoarding for a long time, which is something that I need to work on. But, like, why not invest in several pieces that upfront may cost more, but it'll last longer. And it's something that, like you can, that can be more versatile, right? So hot take, but I think scarcity mindset, if you are conscious about how you are applying it, it can help you. It's not always going to hurt you.